Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. As you see, I am doing a unboxing today. I went and got a brand new machine today and I am so excited to share it with you guys. This is the first machine that I've gotten in years, so it is long overdue. And I wanted to share with you guys my process in picking out this sewing machine. I originally had a Brother SQ 9050. I believe that's what it was. Nice sewing machine. It was I guess you can consider it a beginner sewing machine, and I upgraded to this Brothers Simplicity Edition. It's the 3150. And I'll tell you guys, I initially went in wanting to get the Brother, I guess it's the Project Runway Limited Edition. It's similar to a manufacturing machine that you can have in home. It just doesn't have the sewing table. It has the speed and the functionality of a manufacturing machine. But I opted out for this machine because when I went in the store, I had the opportunity to sit and sew with it a little bit. And what I didn't want to do was have several machines. I use two machines currently. I used my Brother I think it's the SQ 9050, along with my serger to finish my edges and everything. But I didn't want to have three machines. I didn't want to have a sewing machine that had the durability of a manufacturing machine and the speed of it. And I didn't want to have a garment machine that I would use for things such as buttonholes, button stitches, that sort of thing, and a serger for my finishing. So I wanted to kind of narrow it down as much as possible. With the manufacturing machine, it only had one one function as far as stitching was concerned, and that was a straight stitch. Uh, and it had the durability and the speed and everything of the manufacturing machine that I wanted, because I wanted to be able to duplicate my garments at a quicker speed. But I think I came out on top with this Simplicity Edition. And so as I unbox, I will tell you guys my process of elimination when it came to this machine. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to read the box to you guys because you can't see it. I have my camera on selfie mode. So I'm going to read the box to you guys with the features that it includes. The deciding factor for me was two things. Well, I guess you could say three things. I wanted to make sure that I had a lot in my sewing machine that I would be able to get the best utilization out of it, such as buttonhole stitching and if I wanted to, like monogramming, that sort of thing. And this sewing machine includes that, which was similar to my other machine that I had with the Brother SQ 9050. And I wanted it to be a smooth transition. I had practiced on the Brother manufacturing machine before, the Project Runway Limited Edition. I had practiced on that before, and I really, really loved it. It was smooth. I mean, I really loved it. So I had my heart set on that. But as I said, I didn't want to sew on so many machines. I didn't want to use three machines, one for finishing garments, one for buttons and so on. Like I use that a lot, and one, just for the speed of it. I wanted to be able to use the one or two machines that I have as much as I possibly could and get as much out of it as I could. And so with that being said, this machine did that for me. And this include, which was on the manufacturing machine, the automatic thread trimmer. I absolutely love that feature in the manufacturing machine, and I wanted it. And I knew, like, as I upgraded my machine, that was definitely going to be included in it. And as well, I didn't know that this machine had it in here until I got to sit down and practice on the machine at the dealership that I got it from. And that is the back stitching, automatic back stitching. That saves so much time, as well as the thread trimming. It saves so much time. And I just wanted to have that ability within my sewing machine instead of having to trim and trim and trim. It just helps the process of cleaning up your garment a lot quicker. And so on this, it says improved feed dog and high quality machine, digital adjusting stitch length and width control, including quilting foot. And I'm not a quilter, so I mean, that really doesn't, it's not a big deal for me, but I do like that it has a wide quilting table on it. It's good for me when I'm sewing garments that are really big, prom dresses, so on and so forth. So all right, now that you know the features that it have and the features that I was looking for, um, that is included in this machine, let's go ahead and start unboxing it. Okay, so I am unboxing the machine, and right on top you have, oh, this was the other thing. This is actually, they consider it to be for quilting, but when I use the manufacturing machine, I love the fact that you can use your knee to control the machine rather than your foot, or just freehand. I love this. And so to be able to have the ability to use this if I wanted to is a major plus for me. Sorry about this shadow. I can't figure out how to get this out of here. So that is included. Of course, you have your sewing foot. I mean, not your sewing foot, your presser foot. Not your presser foot, your foot. You guys get what I mean. This stuff should automatically come with any machine that you get unless you buy it secondhand. But this is stuff like your screwdriver, everything that comes with your machine. This is a quilting foot. And this is another gauge that you put on your sewing machine just in case you wanted to sew with twin needles, which is a plus for me. Brother, come on, you coming up my alley. All right, and then this is the added things that come in. They give you, you know, your extra needles. If you, you know, to adjust your needles, the sizes, and some additional presser foot that's in here. Have my cord. And all right, let's pull this baby out. All right, so you guys do not know how happy I am right now because the dealership that I went to is called, I'm here in Louisville, Kentucky. Let me adjust my camera. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, and the dealership that I went to was called Sewing and Vacuum Authority, and they are a authorized brother dealer. And so I was able to get a payment plan if I wanted to. This machine was $5.99. I traded in my machine and it brought it down to $5.99. I want to say it was maybe $6.99 or something. But I traded in my old machine and it brought it down to $5.99. I'm not sure. I think I seen someone online that said they paid $4.99 for theirs. But you know, I paid the $5.99. And with that, I could do like a payment plan. I did half off, and then I can pay the rest whenever I want to. Well, not whenever I want to, like on a monthly plan. Get my camera adjusted here. And so, but when I went to the dealership, I seen online that it came with a cover. And so I was expecting one of those plastic covers that you fold up, like the plastic kind that you could fold up and then just cover your machine whenever you're not using it. And so this makes it so much better. This is like a hard cover for my machine. Like, I've never had this. And so, like, I'm super excited. So, take it off, and, you know, it has the brother on it. And you have your machine. And so along with it in the box was this sewing pattern. This sewing pattern is Simplicity 1936, and it just has for the apron and, you know, the dolls. You can do a doll pattern, a kid pattern, an adult pattern, which is pretty cool. I'll probably make me a smile to sew in. And also a large sewing table, which is in this box. Extender, table extender. So I'm going to put this on here so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm really excited about that sewing cover, like to cover my machine. My old machine collected so much dust, like over the years. Like I had my machine for over 8 years, and it just like collected so much dust. I had a machine before that. I didn't use it as much. It was a Singer, but once I bought my brother, like I really enjoyed my brother. I have a brother serger that I absolutely love, and I have a Janome serger that I absolutely love. And because I'm kind of familiar with the Janome, I haven't really sewed with the regular sewing machine other than the serger. But I was going to get a Janome brand. They had a Janome that was kind of similar to this, but the dealership that I went to, they really persuaded me on this machine, and I felt comfortable with it because for me, it was like an easy transition. Once I sat down and began sewing with it, it's like going from Apple to Apple, and not Apple to Android, or Android to Apple. Like it was an easy transition for me. Like I was able to like be familiar with the machine because it's so similar to the one that I had, except it has more amenities to it. So man, I'm so excited about that. I seen somebody left a bad review on it, but on a brother machine. But I'm gonna tell you, I love my brother machine. Like it's simple. Like it doesn't require a lot. Like putting the bobbin in is simple, threading is simple. Like, and I've gotten so familiar with my old machine. I know when the tension is off. I know when I need a different needle to sew with. Like I've gotten so familiar with my machine, and so to transition into something that is very similar to it makes sewing a breeze for me already. Alright, let's get this out of the way. And get to the good stuff. Alright, so nice and pretty. It has a digital screen. It has where you can memorize. They have like a memory pocket where if you're doing embroidery on it, it has a pocket for you to remember your stitches. I have another sewing machine that's a brother that someone had let me use. That's an embroidery machine, and I absolutely love it. Like brother makes everything so simple. And so let me take some of my tape off of here. I hate to even like disturb it. It's just so clean and pretty. You kind of want to leave some of this stuff on here. It's like getting a new pair of jeans or a new pair of hat, and you don't really want to take the stickers and everything off. You want to leave the tag on it because it's just so new. Okay. Alright, so we just have all of this stuff in place to hold everything in. And so up here is where you see your, let me bring my camera a little closer. This is where you see your sewing features. It has 180 stitches that you can choose from. The different embroidery stitches. You have your straight stitches, your common stitches, your zigzag stitches. You have your buttonholes. I mean, it has so much to choose from. And to be honest, I probably won't even use half of these stitches, but these are the features that were also in my other machine, so I absolutely love it. And then it has some different ones that I didn't have, some newer ones. But it has here, I don't know if you can see it, but the lettering where you can switch to monogramming. It has the different font styles that you can use, just a common basic, like a cursive, then a bold, then it has Japanese and I think it's Arabic stitching on it. So like these features are way like totally upgraded from the one that I had. I just had a common stitch. The only thing about it is I would absolutely love if this machine would allow me to do a different size in the font, but it doesn't. It's just your common size in the font, which is, I guess, maybe it's not even an inch. It may be like a half an inch or so. But you know, if you wanted to put like a monogramming stitch on your cufflink, or you know, wanted to do something for your spouse on the cufflink, something fancy, I mean, you could do that, and you can do it all in one machine, so that makes it perfect. And so let's see, I know this comes off, but let me see how. There we go. you just lift this up. It's just got a little lever here. You just lift that up. And here goes your sewing feet. You have, I don't know what all these are, but this is like a overcasting stitch press foot. I wonder, oh yeah, this is what you use for blind hems, I'm pretty for sure, which also comes in handy. You got your buttonhole. These are all common feet that should come with your sewing machine. This is for the lettering, the stitching for that. And like I said, all of this stuff is so familiar to me because this is what I had on my other machine. Same lettering on the presser feet is used for the machine that I had at first, and it's identical. Brother, I love you for that. And then you have your this is one that I used to like do different stitches, like some of these, and then I did it to like do some of my hems when my serger wasn't working, do some of my finishing. And then you have your handy dandy zipper foot. Let's see, some of these look different from what I actually seen on. He told me what this is for, but I don't remember. I'll have to go through the manual a little more. But they gave you some extra bobbins, and of course your seam ripper. You can never go wrong with this. I have my seam ripper from the first machine that I got. And like I said, that was not my first one, but the first brother that I got, and that was at least 8 years ago. This is your friend here. I'm gonna try to keep everything together. Like with my other machine, I just kind of took this off and I used it for storage, and I never put it back on my machine. But I'm gonna try to keep everything together. But this is absolutely perfect, brother. Listen, let me tell you, I love you for this machine. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy about it. So, I'm going to do some practicing with my new sewing machine, and later, maybe later in the week, I will do a review for you guys on how it actually sews. Stay tuned, brother. I love you.